Hi everyone! So my Viseart palette just arrived. It's hard to see on camera, but I have a bunch of teeny weeny red spots that are just kind of popping up all over my face. It's like a massive, suddenly my face just has all these red little dots. So I'm kind of pissed off and I'm really hoping that they can just go away. Oh. Anyways, long rant aside. I'm gonna use this today. I didn't see too many videos on this yet, so I thought maybe if I film it and edit it and get it up today, maybe I'll get more views. I'm trying the YouTuber thing. I'm trying it. We're trying. We'll see how it goes. Okay, you guys let me know. So I just primed my skin with the Victoria Beckham. Ah, here it is. It's written way on the side of the bottle right here in Times New Roman. It is the Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. I've only used this once so far. It seems fine. It's really hydrating. It feels really nice to put on. I think it does work really well as a primer, and she claims to have skincare benefits, so we'll see if this helps fix my redness or maybe it'll make it worse. We'll see. In the meantime, my skin needs some coverage, so I'm gonna be mixing the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation with the Lancome Teint Idole. So if I mix these, I should get a good mix, and I also should get some pretty good coverage out of this. And it's nice that there's a little plate here, so I can kind of mix on this plate. And I am using a beauty blender right now. I definitely still hawk the Shop Miss A sponges. I think those are a far better deal. And they do $1 shipping pretty often, so if you ever see $1 shipping, just go ahead and stock up on their sponges. I only have these beauty blenders because they were $10 each, and I just wanted to try them to see what the fuss was all about. Admittedly, they are nice, but if something is $155 versus $20, it's really hard for a sponge to be 18 or 17 times nicer, the cheaper competition, you know? Okay, and so the coverage is pretty good this time. I feel like I was able to cover the redness. The spots are still showing through. I don't have any super full coverage foundations in my collection right now. I was thinking though, I'm probably gonna get the KVD foundation sometime. I do want to get that one and try it. Okay, I'm gonna use the Lancome Teint Idole concealer. I'm just gonna use this to add a little bit more coverage. So that has already helped significantly. So for the final little cherry on top. Oh, my under eyes look really dry. I forgot to use under eye primer. This concealer is nice. It is a little bit difficult for me to use in the winter because it's got a very thick consistency, I feel like. So I'm literally making the layer ultra thin, which is why it's so nice that this has so much coverage, because I can use this to make just the thinnest layer ever and it will still cover. Because what will happen is, because this is so thick, if I put powder over it, suddenly you can see the line of demarcation where it begins and ends. And obviously, you know, you can use setting spray and stuff to kind of try and help melt it with the other products, but at the end of the day, it is a different consistency. You can only do so much. There's only so much you can do. I am just going to use the teeniest, weeniest bit of powder. I really don't need to use very much because I swear my skin is dry. The foundations I use, because it's higher coverage, these aren't dewy foundations I was using either. I'm gonna be using Mood Light. It's been a while since I featured this on camera. It is really nice though. I kind of want to get it in a different shade. They have a bunch of shades. My next door neighbor is leaf blowing. I'll try to talk around it. Well, I don't know if I can talk around it because his dad just started mowing the lawn at the same time as him leaf blowing, but I will try to talk around it. It is gonna show up. I really hope you guys are not gonna make a fuss about it. I have to film, they have to do yard work, we'll just let it be. I haven't used this in a while. Not sure if I should get rid of it or not. Not sure if I should sell it or not because I haven't used it in a while. I seem to have trouble finding eye primers suitable for dry skin. I mean, half the time I don't use primer at all, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm probably just gonna kind of speed this up, skip through it, kind of a thing. I'm using the Brow Wiz. Okay, so these are the shades. There is a small mirror, but I feel like it's pretty useless, honestly. Okay, so it seems this barely shows up on my skin tone, but it definitely has a cool air to it, so it almost feels like I'm contouring my eyelid with this. They are really kicking up a storm over there. Like, the leaf pile they're making, it's so epic. I wish I could jump into it. It is a beautiful leaf pile. Like, they're doing a wonderful job. It is like actually epic. Honestly, sometimes I wish they would just blow all those leaves into my yard because I love the look of leaves in my yard, and then I could play with them and everything. With a lot of people making the change to electric lawnmowers, maybe someday we'll have electric leaf blowers too, because I can't imagine anyone else listening to the noise likes it. Like, nobody minds, we all understand, but maybe someday in the future we can all have electric leaf blowers and then it wouldn't be noisy anymore. Because you know what always was really bothering me? Back when I was in college, they would have leaf blowers on campus. Because there's one leaf on the street, they have to bring in 10 leaf blowers to blow their leaf blowers for 2 hours to get 3 leaves off the pavement or whatever, in the middle of us in class, right outside the buildings when we're trying to focus on lectures. Or they even had the audacity to bring in leaf blowers during finals week when people are trying to take really difficult final exams that really matter, that are gonna fail or pass them, and they're blowing leaves right outside. I mean, seriously, just talk about, we pay so much college tuition to be there and the university pays us back by distracting the hell out of everybody. That I cannot tolerate. I found that to be so unacceptable. I'm not the only one who complained either, not that they care. That was rude. Like, talk about scamming us out of our tuition money. Anyways, total tangent, but that this just brought me back to the days of being treated like trash as a college student. An experience I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. So we should pass a law that mandates colleges, if they're gonna leaf blow the hell out of the road, even though there's only 2 leaves on it, we should have a law that they only can use electric ones. Then at least they won't be like noise polluting everybody into Fs. Oh, and it would start like as early as 7 a.m. in the morning. Like, some people haven't even had their coffee yet and they get to listen to leaf blowers at 7 a.m. in the morning. So I am loving how this is building so easily. So it takes a lot of layers, but I feel like each time I put it on, it blends out really easily, and with each layer I can gradually build it up. For a dark shade like this is definitely the way I like it, because, you know, I'm not any eyeshadow expert over here. If it builds up too quickly, it can sometimes be something that's very difficult for me to keep up with, you know? It's like a formula that kind of is underrated for the reasons that it's good. And I personally definitely really appreciate this kind of performance. I feel like it's so easy for me as just like a very average consumer to kind of use these, which would otherwise be very intimidating colors. My eyelids are a little dry today, so if you see any kind of patchiness or anything, it is highly likely to be due to a combination of my dry eyelids and the primer. Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, you can see how I'm not using like a super dense brush, but you can definitely see how as I put it on, it feels like it's not super pigmented. But if you're willing to take the time, like, this is not a fast eyeshadow, you know, it takes like a couple minutes to get in there. So if you're like the kind of person where you need the eyeshadow to apply on very quickly, maybe not for you. Yeah, this is really pretty. I think with regards to my eyeshadow shape, it's not the best today. I think it goes up too much in the inner part, but that's okay. Yeah, I do this a lot where I go up too high and then it makes me look sad. But if you just kind of like, you can use powder, but I find I can actually make it kind of go away just by tapping my finger on it, and then it's a lot less obvious. Okay, so now I do really want to use the dark purple shade that's right next to it. I think that'll be really cute. I'm just putting this in the outer corner, and I am gonna kind of, I've decided, like, literally just right now, I kind of want to like put it more on everything, and then I'll use the black to really make it intense. So I'm actually gonna kind of start applying it in more places. And then I just take what's left and I'm gonna put it right on the outer corner. Deep and smoky. I like it a lot. But it's not hard. These shadows aren't hard for me to use. Dark eyeshadows can be really intimidating for me, but I find this to just be so easy, and I'm not seeing fallout, which is just so crazy. It almost feels like sometimes that fallout is inevitable with a dark plum, like, but I'm just not seeing it, and it's just so amazing. So this shape is a little bit more round and this shape is a little more elongated. That does happen to me a lot where things aren't symmetrical, but that's alright. So now I'm gonna take my other brush I was using and I'm gonna fix this shape to make it match the other shape a little bit better. And there, now it's a little bit longer. Okay, so now I'm gonna take that black. I don't know how black it actually is. It almost like, I can't decide, is it like a super charcoal, dark charcoal, or is it just black? Well, regardless, it looks pretty black, so. Well, on the brush it looks more charcoal-y. Well, it's very close to black, so I'm gonna use this right up close to my lash line. Yeah, it definitely is going to read black on the actual eyes, but the more I look at it, I don't really think this is true black. I think this is more of like a charcoal, and that's just kind of adding a lot more depth. Alright, so lastly I am going to take a larger brush and I'm going to go back in with that really light cool tone beige that I went in first. And I'm just going to use this to really make sure everything is blended out along the top edges. Okay, that's what that's looking like now. Really pretty. Obviously with any all matte look you can keep it all matte. That's not how I do things over here. I did kind of keep it a lot lower. Like you can see there's a significant amount of space between my eyebrow and here where there's not really any eyeshadow. So I could bring it more up, but don't really feel like doing that today. So I really want to try this charcoal shimmer. It has flecks of other colors in it, so I think it'll be really interesting. Yeah, and it's really pretty. It does feel a little bit chunky, so we'll see if I get fallout with my finger. I think it should be fine though, but we'll see. You never know. Okay, yeah, no, fallout's actually not that bad, and this is definitely more on the subtle side, but you can see as I turn my head that you can still see some of it show through. But it is still giving off a really nice effect. I don't really ever remember Viseart's shimmers being like super punchy, so I can't say I'm surprised. I've made it known before that I really like it when my metallics are very punchy, very shiny. But there is obviously a time and place for everything. And it is really pretty. I mean, it does look really nice. Okay, I got a little bit more fallout on this side, so definitely there is a little bit of fallout with this shade, but it's not like awful. Yeah, it's really not that bad. I am now going to go in with this shade right here on a brush this time. This is gonna go on the inner corner and on my lower lash line. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. I wonder if that shade would have actually looked better had I picked it up on a brush instead of with my finger. That wouldn't surprise me. This is a really pretty shade. It's got it's desaturated, so it feels more gray, but it still is not completely desaturated to the point where it's totally gray. So as a result, it doesn't feel super frosty. This is a really pretty shade. Okay, yeah, that like just, you can see how that just suddenly adds that finishing touch to the look that this needed. Now I want to try, just out of curiosity's sake, I do want to try the purple here, so I'm gonna just pop that in between these two shades. If it ruins the look, it ruins the look, but my curiosity. Oh yeah, I mean, it's just adding kind of a nice flash of purple. Yeah, I mean, you can hardly see that I applied it, but I just wanted to see what it would look like. I am getting some fallout with this shade too, so just bear that in mind. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna try and make it show up too much. That was really just kind of to satisfy me. So that's the look I came up with this palette. Yeah, I got some fallout, so I learned this trick from Petit to take some loose powder and dust it off using the powder. And it works actually surprisingly well. Like, nice hack that I learned from her is to take, instead of just taking a brush with nothing on it to brush it off, which can kind of smudge it, take loose powder on the brush to brush it off. It is like drying, of course, but it actually, yeah, that like took everything off. Okay, that's what the eyes look like. Honestly, this is really pretty. It's not a look I do very often. These are colors that I can't necessarily say I have elsewhere. So that's why I got it, was just because it was very unique. So whenever I do really dark looks like this, the waterline showing up can be really, it can really like kind of, it can break up the look. It interrupts the continuity of the look. But I don't always want to put a black or a dark brown eyeshadow in my waterline because like I want it smoky, but I'm just sometimes not in the mood for it. So I got these NABLA Cupid's Arrow eye pencils. And I got these in two varying shades of brown. This one is more kind of my skin tone, and this one is a bit darker, but it's not as dark as the other eyeshadows I have in my collection. I thought this would be really great to use because it could darken my waterline without being full-on brown or black. I'm gonna try using this one, which is in number 5, and I'm just gonna pop this in the outer corner of my waterline. And you can see it darkens my waterline, but it's not like I put on a really dark color. And I'll see how well this lasts throughout the day. They went on very smoothly. I don't feel like I had to struggle to get these on, but that actually looks really nice. And now I'm going to take Killer Liner in Killer Sapphire. I think these are pretty mediocre, honestly. I wish I hadn't gotten them, but I have them, so I might as well use them. I'm just putting this on the inner corner just to give that cat-like effect. Yeah, if you have epicanthic folds, just line the bottom inner corner. You'll get the same effect. Line Alexandra and Neil actually made a video about it recently. I have these House of Lashes and Patrick Ta lashes. There's two that I have open right now. This one is the more natural pair. This one is the more flared out pair. I might go use these. I used these yesterday and I like them a lot. I need to trim them, but I don't know where I put my scissors, so I'm just gonna use these and we're just gonna hope it works. Yeah, I don't know what the names are right now off the top of my head, but that doesn't matter because they're basically sold out. So I'm just using them. You know, if you want to go follow along with this video, just use whatever, or just wear mascara, it doesn't matter. I used to just kind of store my lashes just kind of on their own, and then I would the band would just kind of gradually become really, really ruler straight, and then it wouldn't stay on my eyes very well. So I recently saw in a video that you should store your lashes back in their case so that it retains the shape. And now I had never thought of that. I always thought, oh, cases are just for people who just want to have cases for their eyelashes. Like, it seems pretty superfluous, but turns out after having used this dough case for a while now, I can definitely see that my eyelashes retain their curvature and stay on my eyes better. And my lash lift is kind of starting to wear away, so it's at the stage where I can't really wear mascara and it looks awesome anymore, but I can still wear false lashes without having to put anything on my natural lashes and it'll still look really nice. So once I hit this stage, I definitely start wearing false lashes a lot more again. And that is the lashes on. I have kind of noticed, I used to think that these House of Lashes and Patrick Ta lashes were like my holy grail lashes ever, but I have noticed, especially after I started using dough more often, which is my new holy grail lashes, I noticed that these can sometimes be a little bit droopy and they kind of go over my eyes and make them look smaller. Anyways, the lashes, I don't really recommend them, but also I can't really say anything two ways about them because I can't get them anymore. I'm gonna do blush and contour. So I am gonna use Nudegasm. I'm not even kidding, I use this palette almost entirely just for the contour shades, which seems like such a waste of money, but that I knew that was really all I was going to use it for, and so buying it and knowing that in advance, it's worth it for me. I know the sun's making it kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but that's just how lighting be. I do use mostly artificial lighting, but I do have a window next to where I film, and so sometimes if the sun wants to peek through and look pretty, it peeks through and looks pretty. Now for highlighter, I do want to use a cooler highlighter, and this one from BECCA will be good. It's a little bit pinkier than I would like, but it does have that cool kind of leaning. So I'm just gonna use this with my finger. Yeah, this honestly, this'll work. This is pretty cool. I don't have very many cool highlighters because I don't feel like they flatter my skin, but I do have situations where I wish I had them. It's really pretty. This is a really good formula. I wish if BECCA was around that they had made more shades in this formula. I just realized I put on no blush. Alright, well I don't want to use a very pinky blush, so I'm just going to use this one from the Face Shop. It's Ginger Beige. It is a very just kind of simple, no fuzz, no frills beigey blush with a very slight hint of rosiness to it, and I'm just gonna put this right in the center of my face. Okay, it's really just to kind of fill in the space because my face is long. That's really all it's for. I'm gonna use JACLYN Cosmetics in Cupcake. The other shade Blondie that I like so much is more warm beige. This is more cool pink, so it'll match the lip color I will be putting on. I really want to expand my lip liner collection next year. Alright, and now I want to put on a cool lip, which I honestly don't actually have too many of. Everything I have mostly tends to lean super, super warm. I'm gonna try this. This is from the MAC and Lisa collab. It's in Pink Roses. I bought her highlighter, and then I bought all 3 shades of Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color that are new. I did not buy the re-promotes because I already have those. I did not get the palette. It did not interest me and it was too expensive, but I did know in advance I wanted her highlighter and I really wanted those Powder Kiss colors. The Powder Kiss formula, I swear, like, more people need to know about this. And this is my finished makeup look. I'm kind of back behind the sun right now so that you can see what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me trying a bunch of different things. I think this lip color might be a little too pink for this look. It's hard to tell because the tubes are frosted. I think this might have turned out a little too pink, but it still works. Now that I think about it, I think I had a better shade I could have used called Over the Taupe. Might have been better, but whatever. That's fine, mistakes were made. I just really wanted to try my MAC Lisa stuff. But in the sun, you can really see the highlighter and the complexion. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'm just like admiring myself, sorry. Yeah, I have lots more, so I'll be back very soon with another video. Please let me know what kind of end of year stuff you'd like to see me film, what kind of roundups you'd like to see me film. Please just let me know. I will be making a community post as well so that people can put their comments there. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!